This is a Triple Helix Tech Tip. This year we've been posting all of the videos for the at-home skills challenges on our YouTube channel. So this is an example of one of the videos that we've put up, and you can see that down in the right hand corner we have a timer here, and we've gotten some questions about how we do that. So in this video I'm going to show you how. In order to put a video like this together, you'll need video editing software. Once you have your video editing software installed, to do a little project like this, what I start with is the Triple Helix logo, which goes at the beginning and the ending of each of our videos. You'll need the video clip that you're going to use. So in this case, we've got a new autonomous routine video we need to make a video of. In addition to those, you'll need some clock videos. I'm going to put links in the description of this video so that you can download these. This is an example of our 60-second timer. We also have a clip just like this that is a 5-minute timer for longer videos. These timer clips are captures of a little piece of software called Prisma Puzzle Timer, which looks like this. I used the OBS software that I'm using to capture this video to capture just the portion of the screen that shows up right here, and when I hit my space bar, this is what the puzzle timer looks like. And this is a piece of software that Rubik's Cube puzzle solvers use to time their puzzle attempts, but it makes a really nice timer for making FRC videos. The video editing software that our team uses for editing all of our videos is called PowerDirector. So I'm going to start that up, and the first step that you need to do to make a video is grab the video clips that you want to use and drag them into this editing window. So these are the sources that we're going to work with. The first thing I'm going to do is down here on the timeline, I'm going to grab the intro video and put that at the beginning, and then we're going to take our video clip and drop it in there, and at the end of the video I'm going to stick another copy of our logo. Now I'm going to review this video and see exactly when the timer is supposed to start. So now let's go back to the beginning of the video. We need to find the exact frame that corresponds to time equals 0. So now I'm going to go frame by frame, and for time equals 0 we take either when the robot starts to move or when the RSL light starts to blink for the first time. So in this case it looks like the robot, I'm going frame by frame, the robot starts to move before the RSL light turns off for the first time. So we need to find the exact frame where there's motion of the robot. And I'm looking for, actually, yep. So here these frames are the same. There, that's the one where there's a difference where the bumpers are starting to uncompress on the back side of the tower. So this is the first frame where there's motion. So I'm going to trim the video right here. This is time 0. And now we're going to move forward to the end of the video where we're coming in for the finish line. We need to stop the video when the bumper crosses the finish line. And I'm going to need to pull up the rules and find out which of these two lines is the actual true finish line. It's probably this one, but I haven't looked at this. I haven't looked at the rules for this. This was recorded at a meeting where I was not there. Here is the barrel racing path. The start and the stop line is the column that corresponds with 2. So in our video, that would be, this would be 1, this would be 2. So I'm going to move back frame by frame to find the frame where we cross the finish line. So this frame is before we've crossed. This frame is after we've crossed. So we can't stop the video here because we haven't crossed the line yet. So this is going to be where we say our time is taken. So I trim the video right at that spot. This clip in the middle is the one that should correspond to our time. So now I'm going to grab this 60-second clock and drag it down to the timeline that's underneath the video. The first thing we need to do is frame this clock and position it in the frame so that we can see it well. So the way we do that in this tool is if I click on this clip, I'm gonna put a mask around this clock to mask out the black screen. So I come over here to, I think it's Power Tools. No, I'm sorry. In this one, it's Designer. It's Mask Designer. And I'm going to put a rectangular mask on the screen. In this case, I need to turn off the aspect ratio for the mask, and I'm going to put this mask right around the timer, like this. Like that. And I'm going to say OK. And there is our masked off timer clip. Now I'm going to take this mask clip and move it on this screen so that it's not out in the middle. If I click on the background, you can see nothing is highlighted. If I click on that clip, this is the boundary of the video clip that the timer's on. And I can grab this and I can drag it. So I'm going to put this clip down in the lower left-hand corner, and we'll see how that looks in the video. There. So there's our clip in the lower left-hand corner. Let me make sure that it's actually all the way down there. There. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning and see what it looks like when it runs. Okay, that looks like a good position for the clip. You want to make sure that this clip isn't covering up anything that's important in the video, like any of the cones, so that the judges that are watching the video can confirm that you haven't touched any of the cones during your run. So in reality, either of these two corners would be fine, but I'm going to keep it in the lower left-hand corner. Okay, now we need to sync up the clock with this clip. And the way that I'm going to do that is when I come back here and I go frame by frame through the timer clip, you can see that there is, so here's the 0 frame, and then the first frame where the timer turns on is that one. So I'm going to come back to the very first frame where it's 0, and that's where I'm going to trim the clip. And now I can drag this clip, which should be full of zeros, and I'm going to match it up with the first part of the video. Trim that. This is the clip where we get our timer running. So at the start of the clip, the time is 0, and there we go. So in our first frame, it's starting to run. There we go. And then we come to the end. That's right here. I'm going to take this and trim it. And then I'm going to delete the rest of the timer. So delete that. So this timer now runs for the whole time. And to show the finished time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back one frame and trim this right here. Control T to trim. Okay, so this last frame is the final time. I'm going to hit Control C to copy that frame, and then I'm going to paste it right there. Then I'm going to move over and paste it again, and paste it again, and I'm going to put down a bunch of them that I can now grab. Hit Control C to copy those, and paste them as a group, and do that again. Do it one more time, and then I'll grab this big group and fill in the rest of the clip with frames. There we go. And now we'll come here and delete away the ones at the end. So now the timer should run until we get to the finish line, and then that last timed frame should run for the rest of the clip. Great. Now the time that first requires is the time to 1/10 of a second. So we would report a time of 14.7 seconds for this run. Now that we have the video laid out, I come over to the Produce tab in the software, and I give it a name. So I'm going to give it a scratch title for now and call it Auto Barrel Run. And we're going to save it as an MPEG file, which is in high def, 1080p, 30 frames per second, which is correct. And I hit start. Okay, now that it's done, we're going to review the file and make sure that it worked properly. So here is our new video. There we go. Great. The file looks good, so we are done with this task. Hopefully this has been useful for all of you out there who need to make your own videos. So good luck.